Christian News from English Christian Times. Militia group killed 16 people in northeast DRC. On Wednesday, June 3rd, militia fighters killed 16 people in a raid on a village in northeastern Democratic Republic of Congo, the latest in the spate of ethnic attacks that the United Nations has said could be crimes against humanity. Iran increases hardline stance against Christians. Iran's parliament has opened a new session with what is expected to include a stronger conservative voice. Just weeks before their power became further solidified, in parliament, the legislature passed amendments regarding the country's Islamic penal code, which would negatively impact Christians. If the church had stood up against slavery, we may not be here, SBC pastor says. The Southern Baptist Convention's executive committee held a 1-hour conversation on race in America with black churches leaders Wednesday to listen and learn and discuss the church's responses to racial inequalities that are still affecting communities today. ICC relocates a persecuted Christian wife. In 2018, Anna accepted Christ after hearing the good news from a relative. Knowing that her newfound faith placed her at risk in her predominantly Muslim community, she tried to hide her faith. However, when Anna's husband noticed her praying one evening, he began beating her. In the morning, he continued harassing her and struck her with a wooden rod. The Maronite Archbishop of Aleppo. The new sanctions against Syrian people are a diabolical act. Now in Aleppo, everyone says, we were better off under the bombs. This is how Joseph Topji, Maronite Archbishop of Aleppo, photographs the feelings among the population of the Syrian metropolis on the day when the umpteenth economic sanctions imposed on Azad Syria by the USA with the so-called Caesar Act enter into force. 7th Circuit upholds Illinois' COVID-19 restrictions on worship services. In Elim Romanian Pentecostal Church, the U.S. 7th State Circuit Court of Appeals rejects a church's challenge to Illinois Governor J.P. Pritzker's COVID-19 orders, which restrict or in their latest form urge restriction on the size of worship services. In prison on blasphemy charges, Christian man sees appealing hearing postponed nearly 70 times, Pakistan. The lawyer fighting the conviction of a Christian man serving a life sentence for blasphemy in Pakistan says the appeal hearing has been postponed almost 70 times, nearly 11 years after lawyer Khalil Tahir Sandhu submitted the first appeal petition in Lahore High Court challenging the conviction of Imran Mazi. His lawyer said the case has passed through the hands of at least 10 justices. Zambian bishops renew calls for withdrawal of divisive Bill number 10. Zambians will be waiting with bated breath to see if their legislators will push through with unpopular and polarizing amendments to the country's constitution. The Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops says that the Constitution Amendment Bill number 10 of 2019 should be withdrawn because it is dividing the nations and the proposed changes make for bad legislation. Catholic bishop hails restored cathedral cross as sign of hope amid pandemic. An English bishop has hailed the restoration of a cross atop his cathedral a sign of hope amid the coronavirus pandemic. Bishop Mark Davis of Shrewsbury said June 16, in this year of global pandemic, it seems especially appropriate to see the cathedral cross restored as the sign of hope in the victory of life and love. Benedict XVI visits his sick brother in Germany. Pope Emeritus Benedict left the quiet of Mater Ecclesiae Monastery in the Vatican for a visit to Germany to be close to his brother, George, his 96 and in poor health. The Emeritus Pontiff traveled Thursday morning, accompanied by his personal secretary Archbishop George Galswain, his doctor and his nurse, a collaborator from the Memoirs Domini community and the vice commander of Vatican, Gendarmerie. Let us go forward in peace, our eyes upon heaven, the only one call of our labors. Saint Therese of Lisieux. News Desk, English Christian Times.